Welcome
back.
to Go ahead,
Harrison
Mike.
Brothers Welding and Fabrication Super Late Models kick off our 2025 Super Late Model race here at Knoxville. Just a few minutes into our test session here.
Welcome to Go ahead,
Harrison
Mike.
Brothers. A lot of returning faces, a couple of new faces here in the Super Late Model division. 25. Right now, Michael Lake setting fast time at a 16.916. Nicky Anderson will be the Super Late Model defending champion this year in car number 54, sits second.
I don't think anybody that paid attention to last season would be surprised to see those two at the top of the board, especially here at this track.
That's for sure. See in here from, I think last year, our only new addition here tonight would be the 728 of Nolan Anderson out of Du Bois, Pennsylvania. Came out of the Pro Late division. How did he do that? So many feature wins last year.
Yeah, the fact that he had more than 6 wins, I'm fairly certain you and I and the rest of the Pro Late guys are glad to see him gone. That'll open up some opportunities for the rest of us in the Pro Late division.
For sure.
Yeah, he definitely showed a lot of speed in the Pro Late. I'm anxious to see what he can do against these guys in the Supers. So, see if he can avoid putting tire fryer back on the back of his spoiler. Oh, it is already there. Never mind.
It's already there. We made sure it was there, and yeah, a little bit more horsepower to deal with this year in the Super, and I'm just anxious to see what he can do. Just got to calm down a little bit and get some finishes under his belt and see what he can do with these big guys.
Yeah, these Supers are definitely a lot more throttle control than what we deal with in the Pro Late. So it's all about getting the power to the track, and if all you're doing is spinning tires, you're not really going anywhere. He's currently sitting 8 out of the 10 that have turn laps. Looks like we've got 11 registered, including the 9 of Levi Yetter at a Sarver, PA. See if he can't get connected. Looks like he's having some packet loss issues.
Like I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, Harrison Brothers Welding and Fabrication are our sponsor for the Super Late Model division this year. So big thank you out to Harrison Brothers Welding and Fabrication.
And while we're shouting out the sponsors, we'll shout out the sponsors of the other 2 races that have already completed tonight. The Highline Designs Pro Late Model that you and I both were in. The KDJ Etch Designs Big Block Modified that just finished up. Our yellow flags, which we'll have to see if we've got many of those with these 11 drivers out here. Sponsored by Oval Track Specialties. The Elevated Outdoor Hot Pit. Newcomb Automotive Hard Charger of the Race. The Back Road Power Coating Victory Lane, and the Smill Racing Designs will be the white flag one to go.
Thanks to all of our sponsors for the Instigator Winter League. Now streaming on YouTube this year. Last year you guys followed and watched us on Facebook, and moving up this year to streaming on YouTube. So anybody out there that has tuned in, appreciate everybody tuning in. Got about 4 minutes left here in the practice for the Super Late Models. Michael Lake holds on to that quick time so far, 16.916. Now that I got some laps in here, not sure anybody's going to get down in there.
Yeah, I think these guys are definitely going to be. It's going to be a different atmosphere this year. With, last year you only had the 5 laps for your quote unquote hot laps. This year they get to run as much as they want, but the track carries over. So the track's going to be a little more wore in for heat races than what we had seen last year. So it won't quite be such a hammer down, follow the leader kind of heat race. So I'm hoping it's gonna put on some good racing here for the heat races. I think we're gonna end up with 2 with these 11. 10 if Levi can't get his connection straightened out here. Oh no, he's in. He's rocking almost a Scott Bloomquist style logo on the side of his car.
Who's we looking at?
Yetter.
Okay.
He's in the Group 2 session, along with Tyler Rugy, Blaze Harrison, Todd Champ, and Austin Barr. Just looking through some of these paint schemes, and Todd Champ is rocking a number 5 that makes me think of John Lee racing locally with that the neon green. Trying to see how much time we have left here in
minute 30 left in practice.
and a half here. Alrighty. Excited to see what these guys can do after the 3 great shows we've had so far. So hopefully these guys can keep that up, and
they usually do not disappoint. A couple of the battles last year, as we mentioned earlier, with Nick Anderson, Michael Lake, always seem to find themselves up in the top 2 there. Many races last year. Tyler Rugy always in the picture. Rodney Merritt's always seemed to be middle of the pack running car until the last, whatever it may be, 10, 15, 20 laps, and here comes Rodney Merritt's. A lot of talent in this lineup.
Rod's definitely one that'll sneak up on you. You're watching the battle between Michael Lake and Nick Anderson, and like you said, all of a sudden Rod's up there. He sits back, saves his stuff, and if he catches a caution at the right time, he's a threat there at the end of the race.
Yep. And then, of course, a couple times that bit him, being in the middle or towards the back of the pack in them battles, and
going a little too conservative and doesn't have the time to get back to the front,
or gets caught up in somebody else's mess. Not up in the front there.
That seems to be the troubles that we see with both the Rugies too. If they can keep their noses clean, they usually finish well. But looks like we're finishing up.
Yeah, that'll be the end
practice
of our
session.
Practice. Michael Lake holds on to that quick time at a 16.916. I do see that Levi Yetter did get out there and turn some laps. So I believe everybody got out there to get some practice in.
All right, looks like it did indeed split it into 2 heats. We got 6 cars in the first heat, 5 in the second. So we'll do a quick rundown here of Heat 1. On the pole will be the 25 of Blaze Harrison out of Allegheny, New York. Outside him, the 66 of Rod Merritts out of State College.
And inside row 2 be the 27 of Michael Lake out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. And outside Michael will be the number 9, Levi Yetter out of Sarver, PA.
And rounding out our third and final row here will be both the Rugies. We have the 96 of Tyler Rugy out of Grampian and the 94 of Chad Rugy out of Clearfield. So 8 laps will be the distance here. So this time by, lights should go off on the pace truck, so we'll take the green here next lap. See some drivers getting their tires warmed up for the heat race here.
Getting ready to go green here for Harrison Brothers Welding and Fabrication super late models for the first time here, 25 and 2026. Everybody's been anticipating pretty heavy here the last few weeks, getting some practice runs in and a lot of chat going on, so everybody's excited to get back to it. As the pace truck ducks off.
Green flag, green flag.
Green's out. Rodney Merritt's able to jump out early lead here on lap 1 down at the bottom. And I believe that's the 27 on Michael Lake, gets into that inside cushion there, upset the car a little bit, allows Tyler Ruggie to move up into the 3rd spot. Michael Lake gets the car back underneath him and
Oh! We got some contact here between the father and son Ruggie duo. Chad didn't quite have the room on the outside trying to get around Tyler, and they're both able to keep her clean and green.
Rodney Merritt's in the 66 continues to lead here. Lap number 4. Blaze Harrison holding on to that 2nd position over the 3rd place of Michael Lake. Closest battle we have on a track right now would be Tyler Ruggie and Levi Yitter back there for the 4th, 5th position.
Looks like Levi's got some damage there in the left front, so not sure how much that's hurting him here on this big of a track. Aerodynamics does tend to play a little bit of a factor at least. Looks like he's still able to give Tyler a run for his money, as Tyler looks like he catches the berm a little bit and gets a little squirrely. Right now, fastest car on the track is our leader, Rod Merritt's last time by, 17.484. Second quick is Levi Yitter. As Michael Lake is challenging Blaze Harrison for that 2nd place position. Lake's up running. Oh! Him and Blaze get together. I think I was after the flag, though.
I was going to say, I believe we were already past the checker there. We missed the Smule Racing Designs white flag, 1 lap to go. But race number 1 in the books here for the super late model, Harrison Brother Welding and Fabrication.
So heat race 1, Rod Merritt will go from 2nd to 1st in that heat race. 2nd place will be Blaze Harrison. 3rd place, Michael Lake. 4th, Levi Yitter. 5th, Tyler Ruggie. And 6th, Chad Ruggie. Looks like the only 2 that swapped positions were the front 2. Everyone else finished the same place they started. So we'll have to see if we have any movers and shakers here in the 2nd heat race here.
When the 2nd heat race hits the track here, we will have on the pole, the number 26, Daniel Collins. Daniel out of Frenchville, Pennsylvania. Outside will be the 24 of Todd Champ from Buckhannon, West Virginia.
Row 2 in this heat race will be your 2 youngins, Nick and Nolan Anderson, both out of Du Bois.
And rounding out the field, number 15, Austin Barr, Austin out of Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania.
Now the question is, do your kiddos play nice?
No, they don't. Matter of fact, I think there was some kind of comment today from Nick about Nolan, and he said something about Nolan being able to start up front in the heat race or having to race with them. Both very competitive. So we'll
the usual sibling rivalry.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes here as a pace truck ducks off here. Heat race number 2 for our Harrison fabrication welding superlate models.
Ooh, not a very good start by the 5 on the car of Todd Champ, but he does get a good run on the outside. He's actually going to make a bid for the lead here. As we've got the 54 of Nick Anderson and the 26 of Daniel Collins battling for second.
Nick gets into that inside berm there, upsets the car, allows Daniel Collins to get around him for that second position.
Nick able to clear and set sail here. Looks like he's going to set his sights on the 5 of Todd Champ. See what he can do as far as catching him. Those of you that did watch last year, you are not seeing a mistake. Nick Anderson is in a new car number this year in the 54 Star. I believe he was running the family 76. I guess there's a team number of 76 last year.
Yeah, Nick's always, through his football career, all that kind of stuff, has always been number 54. And when we got into this iracing thing, I think it was just a natural thing for him to kind of take over or use the number that I've had for 18 years at Hummingbird Speedway in the 76. But finally broke off onto his own thing and brought out the 54 this year.
As he makes a pass for the lead, so he will see if he can check out here at the front of our second heat here, as we'll be coming to 2 to go here. So currently have Nick Anderson, Todd Champ, Austin Barr, and Daniel Collins are still battling for that 3rd and 4th place position. 5th place position will be Nolan Anderson. As Nick takes the Smeal Racing Designs 1 to go. See if he can hold on here for the first heat race win, I'm sure, of many this season, as we saw last season.
Kind of picking up where he left off last year, up front.
Yep, he will go 3rd to 1st to pick up heat race number 2 win. Put him starting on the outside pole of our feature here. Todd Champ does hold on to 2nd. Daniel Collins will fall from the pole position in the heat race here to a 3rd place finishing position. Austin Barr will be 4th, and Nolan Anderson 5th place. Drivers are going to get their setups loaded in the car, maybe make some tweaks here, get out on the track for a lap or 2, make sure they've got enough fuel in it ready to go for our 50-lap main event.
Here at Knoxville Raceway, exactly a half mile here at Knoxville.
Track definitely more so known for the sprint cars than it is for late models, but this track definitely seems to put on one heck of a show no matter what car's on the track.
Yeah, here at Knoxville, opening race for the super late models. Get to see what kind of speed everybody found. One of our more hammered down type tracks. Kind of speed everybody found over the winter with some new setups and whatever they might try.
All right, looks like we are starting to grid here for our feature event here. So we'll go down through the field. Looking here, row 1 will be the 66 of Rod Merritt's out of State College. 2nd place will be the 54 of Nick Anderson out of DuBois.
Starting inside row 2 will be the 25 Blaze Harrison Blaze out of Allegheny, New York. Outside of Blaze, and number 24 would be Todd Champ from Buchanan, West Virginia.
Row 3 will see the number 27 of Michael Lake out of Uniontown and the 26 of Daniel Collins out of Frenchville.
Next row, we see the number 9 of Levi Yetter out of Sarver, PA. Starting outside of Levi in the 15, Austin Barr. Austin Barr coming to us from Reynoldsville, Pennsylvania.
Row 5 will see the 96 of Tyler Ruggie on the inside. Outside of him will be the 728 of Nolan Anderson out of DuBois.
And rounding out your field, the number 94, Chad Ruggie out of Clearfield, Pennsylvania.
All right, we got all 11 cars here. We'll have to see what these drivers can do, see if Nick Anderson can pick up where he left off last year, and see if Michael Lake's going to be one of the biggest thorns in his side this season. Rod Merritts, we'll have to see if he can stay up there. As we mentioned before, he is one that kind of drops backward initially, but charges later on in the race. So
sure, that's what I was just going to say. So Rod's going to test our theory of being middle of pack to back of the pack car and then finding his way up. So is he going to drop back, or is he just going to try to maintain that up front, stay out of the messes if there is any back there, and see what kind of strategy Rod takes here starting on the pole.
I'd say he's probably not going to drop all the way to the back, but he might not put up much of a fight if Nick decides to push it here right off the bat.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. This track is, at least in the pros, pretty easy on tires. Really not going to fade too much on tire wear in 50 laps, so could be hammered down. As we officially take green flag here for the super late models. Race number 1 of the year here at Knoxville. Rodney Merritt's Nick Anderson door to door here on lap 1. Rodney working that bottom side, Nick Anderson on the outside.
Looks like so far everyone's minding their P's and Q's, just kind of feeling out where their cars are at.
Oh, you just said it, so we got to watch back here as we say that. There's contact.
Jesus! Michael Lake's in the wall. All right, open mouth, insert foot.
All right, yep, sure.
So we have our first oval track specialties caution of the night. Definitely looks like the 27 of Michael Lake will be utilizing the elevated outdoors hot pit, see if he can get some of that front end damage fixed up. As he is missing the right front tire.
Sure
Todd
is.
Champs also looks like he's got some damage he's going to try and get fixed.
Try to get back there and look. I think somebody just caught that inside, what do I want to call it down there? An inside cushion. There's a nice hump that separates the apron from the racing surface here, and if you can use it the right way, it can transfer a lot of weight to that right rear, get a lot of drive.
It looks like
if you go too far up on it, you will upset that car, as I believe I just seen.
It's like Levi Yetter. Oh, actually, it looks like Tyler Ruggie is going to go to the back for that one. Looks like he's gotten to the back of Levi Yetter and kind of cue-balled him forward into the 27, who then into the 5. So, yeah, I thought it might have been like you said. Yetter might have caught the berm there a little bit, but it was more like he got the punt and got a little forcibly sent forward into the 27 car of Michael Lake.
So only 2 laps in here, and already bringing out the oval track specialties caution. Some cars head into the pits for some repairs. Delaware style restart, since we did get a lap in there. We'll see your leader up front. Second place car will have their choice of inside or outside, and everybody follows suit from there.
Does look like Michael Lake's team to get the right front put back on the car, but that nose is definitely wounded. So we'll have to see what he can do as the green flag is back in the air.
Anderson, he is a big old jump.
Lake is already losing ground. I'm thinking that car is a little more wounded than what it looked like.
About to go 3 wide here for the second spot for Levi Yitter, Rod Merritt's, Blaze Harrison running 3 wide for that second position.
What, Levi Yetter was a benefactor of the fact that Tyler Ruggie got called with that caution. I thought for sure he was going to be the one going to the tail, but currently running in that 4th position, up 3 spots from starting in 7th.
Rodney Merritt's, Blaze Harrison continue to run door to door here. Side by side, Levi Yitter got a front row seat there, just waiting to see who he wants to go with. Right now, they're really nowhere around unless he wants to make it 3 wide. Those cars continue to battle door to door. Still very early on here, but this tight battle here for the second position, the leader Nick Anderson's checking out.
Good battle here going on for the 5th and 6th positions too, with Chad Ruggie and Daniel Collins as Chad gets around the 26th.
Got a 4 wide battle back here. Tyler Ruggie, Nolan Anderson, the 15 car, I believe, is who is 15?
Barr.
Austin Barr and Daniel Collins.
But I'm definitely noticing Nolan's still having a little growing pains here with the superlate model. He's definitely got that car yawed out more than the guys around him. You know,
Yep, sure.
I know that's something even last year in the pro late models. You watch him drive, and he's got that thing hung out. And
yeah.
some of the rest of us are looking to keep the car a little straighter.
Sure. Yeah, we could call that. That might just be the way it is for Nolan. I'm not sure, but we'll see how that right rear holds up to being winged out there like that. But, if I know him, he's not backpedaling to try to save it in there. So
he's holding his own right now in 7th place, currently being challenged by the 96 Tyler Ruggie for that 7th position.
Tyler able to make the pass back there on Nolan.
Looks like we've pretty much single filed out here now.
Yeah, we settled down here a little bit.
Be careful, I said that last time.
Still got a close battle going on here with Chad Ruggie and Austin Barr, as they now follow nose to tail.
I just was looking at the lap times, and Michael Lake has got quite a bit of damage. He's a full second off the pace of our leader, Nick Anderson. So Michael will be in danger here of going a lap down, I'd say probably in the next 4 to 5 laps. So we'll see if he can maybe catch a few lucky breaks with some mobile track specialty cautions and get back in this, as we've got a battle here for the 2nd place position. Rod Merritt's and Levi Yetter. Levi catches a bit of that berm there on the inside, able to use it, like you mentioned earlier, to his advantage, helping that car rotate. You got to be careful though. You catch too much of that, you're going to be a 4-wheel skate up into the guy on your outside.
I believe it's right now probably the fastest way around here is to use that inside cushion, but you know, you just mentioned you use it the wrong way and she gets tight on you real fast and positions go away.
Looks like Nick's kind of running a slider line, entering kind of lower / middle and letting it drift up to the berm, and
that's definitely something we've seen in the past. That's Nick's what do you want to call it, his cruise line. That's just driving it in there pretty hard and just letting it float out and trying not to abuse any of the equipment, especially the tires. Got cruise control right now, just hoping not to see another caution.
Yeah, it's one of those that it's definitely a line you'll see commonly run here on iRacing at Knoxville. That slider line definitely can be the quick way around, just as long as you don't slide up too far and jump that cushion. It's a very, very short slide from the cushion to that outside wall. As at this point, Nick Anderson has pulled out to a 5.5 second gap on second place of Rod Merritt's. So he's definitely picking up where he left off and checking out on the field. Like our biggest mover right now is the 94R of Chad Rougie, up 6 positions from his 11th place starting up to 5th where he runs right now, trying to run down the 25 of Blaze Harrison. Definitely see some of these cars running all over the place. You see guys running high. You got Michael Lake up there against the wall. He will unfortunately go a lap down here now.
Battle brewing back here for the 8th and 9th position. Todd Champ, Nolan Anderson. Door to door here for the past couple laps here. As Nolan Anderson able to pull ahead running that outside here, but Todd Champ brings her back down to the inside door to door momentarily.
Looks like we got another bout of the father-son battle here with Chad and Tyler Rougie currently battling for that 5th position. Tyler is going to run the inside. He's going to hold it down there. I thought he might slide up, but he's going to hug the bottom and take the short way around. And looks like right now he's going to prevail and take over that 5th place spot.
Blaze Harrison holding strong there in 4th position. Levi Yetter currently sitting 3rd. Rodney Merritt's holding on to that 2nd spot.
Oh, we got some contact here between the Rougies again. Chad went to the bottom, and I don't know if he just couldn't get the stick or it just slid up a little further than he was expecting, but he got to the side of Tyler, and Chad will take back that 5th place position, but we'll see.
Now Tyler gets back up onto the inside as we come through that last corner there. Chad got into that inside cushion like I talked before. Car got tight for a couple seconds there, and Tyler able to motor back around him on the inside.
Just kind of at this point searching for something going on track. It looks like the father-son battle might be the closest battle on track.
Yep. Next victim here in a few laps, if everything stays clean and green, will be Daniel Collins in 10th position, as Anderson making some wholesale ground up on him each lap. Anderson using that lazy slider to put Daniel Collins a lap down here on lap 30.
Looking at the lap times over the last few laps, it does look like Blaze Harrison might be starting to fall off a little bit. He might have abused that right rear a little, might not have the tire pressure set as low as what we normally would for some of these longer races, and he might be experiencing some of that fall off there on the right rear. Tyler's pretty consistently a couple tenths of a lap faster, and there he's going to make a run on the bottom, slide up, and Blaze will cross him over. Oh, big contact. I don't think Tyler was expecting Blaze to shoot it back in at the bottom there.
We're able to stay green there after decent contact between Tyler Rougie and Blaze Harrison.
I know, Tyler, there might be some choice words occurring in the sim rig after that contact there. As he'll try and wind the 25 Blaze Harrison back in, see if he can get by and see how much of it's going to be clean and see how much of it he might just bust out the chrome horn. Looks like our best battle right now is 7th and 8th place of Austin Barr and Todd Champ. Todd's definitely keeping that car straighter than some of the other cars I'm seeing on track. He's going to run the middle. Barr's going to blink a little, but it looks like he might have gotten the wall. Todd will make the pass for the 7th position. He will then get into the wall, lose a little momentum, see if Austin Barr can do anything there with the bobble. As I'm sure at this point, Nick's probably licking his chops at the opportunity to put his brother a lap down here, as they're not far behind each other.
Oh, it should only be in the next 2 or 3 laps here, I suppose. Nick will be catching Nolan, and
at this point, the only thing that Nick is hoping for is that we don't see another oval track specialties yellow. Looking here, it does look like Tyler Ruggie and Blaze Harrison resume their battle for the 4th position. As of right now, Tyler will come away with that, but Blaze is going to slide up into him again. I think Tyler might be getting a little sick of catching the right rear of the 25 car.
Yep. Now we got Nick Anderson has caught the back end of Nolan Anderson, but at the same time, Nolan is gaining some ground on Austin Barr in the 15. So everybody knows we know no meters here in the cars.
Might have been a little love tap between brothers there with a little bit of a right rear.
Just enough to let him know, get out of the way, brother, here I come. So.
As Nick will get by Nolan. We'll leave now just 8 cars on the lead lap. But with Austin Barr, the next victim, directly in line. We'll see what Nick can do to get around here. I'm not really seeing this shrink the gap to 2nd place at all. It's still holding at about an 8-second lead. Looks like Rod might have got a couple tenths the last couple laps. But overall, it just Nick's out in his own zip code out here.
Nick Anderson just made his way around the 15 car. Laps counting down here, 5 to go here. Sitting on lap 45 of 50.
Yep, as we come across the stripe here, there will be 5 to go in our shortest here of the super late models in this cycle with Knoxville with our 50 lap main event here. Nolan's looking on the low side, trying to see if he can't get around Austin Barr for the 8th position.
Really the only, I don't say the only battle we got going on. We got Chad Ruggie and the 5 car of Todd Champ, I believe.
Yep, Todd makes the pass on the outside. Another one of those that you wonder if Chad might have abused that right rear. Is not only does he get past for to lose the 6th place position, right in his tire tracks is the 54 of Nick Anderson to put him a lap down. We got 3 laps to go here. As it looks like 27 of Michael Lake's going to go possibly down a 2nd lap here. See what Nick can do here getting around these 2 lap cars. He's going to split the difference. Popsicle sticks are in the air. Got another lap and a half to keep it clean and green. The only thing he wants to see is that white flag, because once that comes out, that'll be it. They will race to the checker. There it is. He'll take the Smeal Racing Designs 1 to go here, as he is still in a commanding lead at just over an 8.5 second lead on 2nd place of Rod Merritt's. As it looks like he will take the win.
Race number 1 here at Knoxville goes to the 54 last year's defending champion, Nick Anderson, 54.
And taking the other two positions in our podium here will be the 66 of Rod Merritts and the 9 of Levi Yetter. So they will get posed up here for a picture. Then we'll see. Looking here, we might have a tie for the Nukov Automotive Hard Charger here. Looking through, Levi Yetter up 4 positions from 7th to 3rd. Chad Rugi up 4 positions from 11th to 7th. Tyler up 5 positions from 9th to 4th. So Tyler Rugi will pick up the Newcomb Automotive Hard Charger of our 50-lap Knoxville main event here. All right, I do believe Nick Anderson is out of the car here in Victory Lane. So, Nick, picking up right where you left off last year. So, I feel like we haven't had a 8 or 9 month break here since the last race. Tell us how your race went.
It was pretty good. I didn't really know what to expect. The car was, it was really good. It started to get better and better, but early when it was really hammered down, it was constantly picking the left front up and it was bouncing. So that kind of worried me. But once we started to, run it in a little bit more and blow it off, it kind of settled down and the car felt really good, and then from there it was just kind of, I didn't know where I wanted to be or where I needed to be, but I knew that the slider line at Knoxville always, you can never go wrong with it. So I was going to do that and go until I seen something else or somebody showed me something else, and we just lucked into this one.
I don't think luck had anything to do with walking the dog to an 8.6 second win over second place of Rod Merritts. So I definitely think this one was a little more than luck here. I'm sure as you were in the car, as the laps were winding down, you were just hoping not to see the yellow flag.
Yeah, for sure. The yellow flag would not be my best friend, and I was praying for no yellow flag, and then I also started to see once I got to like Nolan and Barr, and I started seeing Todd Champ and Chad, and I didn't want a yellow, but I wanted the race to be over because I didn't want to approach it because I didn't know where I wanted to be or where I needed to go.
Yeah, with only leaving 6 cars on the lead lap. So definitely a very strong run here for you as the defending champion of the super late model series here, brought to us by Harrison Brothers Welding and Fabrication. So who do you got to thank?
I'd like to thank Chad and Tyler Rugi for putting us on week in and week out, and for you, Dad, and Kevin for announcing this and giving us something to watch throughout the week, and study and just have something to do throughout the week to watch back to try to prepare yourself for the next week coming, and then all the sponsors that support the cautions and the hot pits and the one lap to go and through all the divisions, and just everybody that comes out and supports us every week. And last year my girlfriend gave me heck because I didn't thank her, so I got to thank my girlfriend Jaden for letting me do this.
All right. Well, definitely congratulations on another strong run here for you.
Thank you.
So we'll look forward to seeing you guys here next week. I do believe the super late models will flip and go from last to first on the card, followed by the big block modifieds and the pro late model series. So we'll look forward to seeing you guys do this again here in a week.
Yeah, we look forward to it, and we'll see you guys next week.
Well, it looks like we didn't get second place or third place up here. Have the opportunity to come up and tell us about the race. Thank their sponsors, but must be down there checking air pressures and things like that, or taking care of some pit business. But so the first week one here at Knoxville in the books for the Harrison Brothers Welding and Fabrication. 54 of Nick Anderson picking up where he left off, the feature win. Appreciate everybody that got on YouTube and checked us out and left some comments. So I believe until next week, back here with super late models at Knoxville, and we'll see you then.